Begin with the latest on abortion rights in the state. The aftershocks are still rippling across the state over the Arizona Supreme Court's decision today, reviving near total abortion ban from 1864.
Now, back then, Abraham Lincoln was president, and Arizona was a territory, not a state. Today, the court ruled that without federal protections from Roe v. Wade, which was overturned in the Dobbs case, the current 15-week abortion law doesn't actually provide a right to a procedure. Without federal protection, that 15-week law can't be enforced, leaving the 1864 abortion law as the only one on the books.
So the law bans abortions in the state, except in cases where it's needed to save the mother's life. And News 4 Tucson's political specialist Eric Fien gives us the emotional response to today's decision from Governor Hobbs and then a state lawmaker who recently had an abortion.
The governor says she's devastated. Arizona's attorney general calls it unconscionable. And one Democratic state senator with a very personal tie to this issue calls the Arizona State Supreme Court's decision outrageous. All of them with a message for the court and voters.
Somebody took care of me. Somebody gave me a procedure so that I wouldn't have to experience another miscarriage, the pain, the mess, the discomfort.
A couple of weeks ago, Arizona State Senator Eva Birch had an abortion.
And now we're talking about whether or not we should put that doctor in jail. This is outrageous that we would even dignify the consideration of this type of ban. A ban drafted when women had no say.
Governor Katie Hobbs calls this a dark day.
I'm devastated by this decision, and I know that many Arizonans are as well, and trying to figure out what this means for not just the health care they need, but in the future. I certainly think that this will motivate voters in November.
Former Governor Doug Ducey, who signed the 15-week abortion ban into law 2 years ago, tweeted out his thoughts, quote, "The ruling today is not the outcome I would have preferred, and I call on our elected leaders to heed the will of the people and address this issue with a policy that is workable and reflective of our electorate." Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays called the decision one of the worst in the history of the state Supreme Court.
As long as I am Attorney General of the state of Arizona, no woman or doctor will be prosecuted under this draconian law.
The time is now. It's done. I've had enough. The people of Arizona have had enough. We are electing pro-choice candidates in November. Watch it happen.
A lot of chatter both up here and across the country about how this decision will impact the presidential race in Arizona, with this ruling coming just 7 months before Election Day. In Phoenix, I'm Eric Fink, News 4 Tucson.